I mean, forget what Jenks said about people trying to have the Ten Commandments be, in courthouses and whether or not religious education or whatever should be mandated, all this. Forget that. The president of the United States in the last term, Donald Trump, literally ran on banning Muslims from coming to the United States. He wanted to
Oh
ban
my
Muslims from
God.
coming. He had a conversation with Giuliani where he said,
God,
how do
here
I
What
ban
are you
all Muslim
saying, bro?
immigration?
What,
The United
are you
States, none of this
sleeping
is,
under a
to be
rock?
clear, none of
You're
this is
under a
even
rock.
contested.
Destiny,
He went
you're
to the
living
seven.
under a
He
rock.
Classic contrast between left-wing influencers and right-wing influencers. And I say that as a nonpartisan that doesn't have a lot of respect for left-wing propagandists. And I definitely don't have respect for right-wing propagandists. But there's a difference between the two. And this is a perfect example. Tomi Lahren is, as usual, giving her psychotic mean girl smile. I mean, we're told that the Democrats are going to destroy this country and all this stuff and the border and everything is chaos. Insane. But it's funny. They're having a debate about important things like elections and who the candidates are, and she's just laughing through half of it. This woman on the bottom left as well, same thing. This is the same kind of laugh from high school. The kid that was throwing paint on a bunch of other students' bags, and then someone rats them out to the teacher and says, hey, look what this kid did. And instead of having any kind of remorse, the kid is sitting there laughing as if it's funny. You've damaged a bunch of people's bags and you're laughing. That's the laugh that the woman on the bottom left is doing, and Tomi Lahren throughout the entire video, and also Officer Tatum. And a lot of time in these debates, watch and see how many times they're having a serious discussion and the right-wingers will be sitting there laughing and giggling as if it's funny. Now, when they're saying their nonsense, usually the left-wingers will be giving them respect and listening to them. Occasionally they say something really ridiculous and you might get a smirk. But it seems like half the interview or the debate, the right-wingers are laughing when the left is speaking. The other point is, Destiny makes a point where he's 100% correct. And I want you to watch the response from the right-wingers, right? And I'm including Piers Morgan, the guy who, I'm not a conservative. But yet, this is a prime example of how that's nonsense. You have Officer Tatum, Tomi Lahren, this woman on the bottom left, that's three people, plus Piers Morgan, all trying to tell the people on the left, Destiny and Jake, that what they're saying is not true. Notice how Officer Tatum is using another tactic where he's talking over Destiny. He won't even allow Destiny to speak. Let Destiny say whatever he's saying. If Destiny's wrong, let him say the wrong thing and tell him how he's wrong. But no, Officer Tatum probably knows that what Destiny's saying is true, but it's not a good look for Trump, right? And since he's a Trump sycophant, he's running defense for Trump by trying to overtalk him and laugh and make him, these stupid liberals. So conservatives watching this, who, like typical Americans, left or right, will be too lazy to look it up like I did, right? Because I didn't trust them because, they're left-wingers. I don't trust the American left-wing. I don't want to have nothing to do with the American left-wing. Right? I don't think that our politics in this country are serious. The centrists, to me, don't get it. The right-wingers have just lost their minds. And the left-wingers are just so naive and in their little bubble. Not unlike the right-wing being in their bubble. Observe.
Went with the seven.
He
No,
did
I live
not-
in the real
he
world.
did
I
not
hope that you
say
conservatives
he was
join us
gonna
one day,
ban
please.
Muslims.
He absolutely did. You
He's
go look
gonna
it up.
ban
Giuliani,
Muslims
Donald Trump,
from America.
conversation Muslim ban. There's a reason why
Put
he went
some
to seven
money on
countries and
it.
he did.
Put some
He
money
did.
on.
And he's talking about putting some money. So he wants to bet money on this. Destiny says that Trump ran on banning Muslims. And Officer Tatum is adamant that that is not the case. Well, I looked it up and Destiny is correct. I will show you the evidence. But watch the rest of this.
On it, Destiny.
Go
Put
look
some
it up.
money on
Go
it.
read it. Go read it.
We can
go
do
read
a
it. Go
bet
look it up
right now.
Go look it up.
Look at her expression. Big smile and got the hands on the face. Oh my goodness, these liberals. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Destiny's 100% correct. But all of these right-wingers are trying to say he's not correct. And Piers Morgan, the host of the show, right? He has a whole team. They could fact check it. He's on board with the misinformation.
Let's bet right now. You say you'll ban Muslims
You know
from
what?
America.
I'm
There's
actually-
many Muslim
No, I
nations
know,
that weren't
Trump.
banned.
Look, I'll say one last thing.
And of course, because Officer Tatum is a very dishonest guy, ironically with the Bible verses tattoo on his arm. I mean, just an absolute grifter and a fraud. Such that if he does a bet, I guarantee you he's going to move the goalpost. Destiny said that Trump ran on banning Muslims, right? Officer Tatum is going to switch it and say he didn't actually do it. That was just something he said during the campaign. But that's what Destiny said. He said he ran on banning Muslims. And that's a statement he made when he was running for president. Now, when he was in office, he did a ban, and the countries that were on that list were predominantly Muslim countries. However, it only accounted for a small percentage of the global Muslim population. But there's a lot of Muslims globally. So it's really difficult for you to ban all Muslims by country. If you do it by country, that only works for predominantly Muslim countries. But to get the rest of the Muslims, you need to do a literal Muslim ban, which is what Trump ran on. But obviously, he couldn't actually do it legally. As a matter of fact, he couldn't even pull off the original countries list. They rejected that on grounds of discrimination.
For conservatives, Trump never means anything he says. He says, let's ban a complete and total ban of Muslims. And they go, no, he's just joking. He's lying. He's crazy. He's stupid. Don't ever believe anything he says. Then why do you guys like him?
Did Obama ban Muslims?
That's a very valid point that Cenk is making. Trump is infallible. If he says something that's really, really bad, like for the rest of us, I can say something that is so bad that, oh my goodness, we'll talk about cancel culture. No one will hire me. If I had a big YouTube channel, my channel just no more views or whatever it is, banned from the platform, right? I can be held accountable for the things that I say, not Donald Trump. If Donald Trump goes too far and says something crazy, oh, he's just joking. Right.
No.
Donald Trump went on the same list for banned countries as Obama. Trump went on the same list as Obama's list.
Now, Officer Tatum is doubling down by adding to the list of incorrect things that he's saying. Yes, there was similarity between the countries that Obama was doing the restrictions. I'll say restrictions for a good reason, I'll explain. As Trump, the countries that Trump had. But here's the difference. Trump was banning everyone from those countries, and those countries were majority Muslims. What Obama did was restrict certain people from certain Muslim countries, predominantly Muslim countries. So Obama's ban was more specific to the individuals, as opposed to Trump, who made it more broad, where he's banning the country. I don't care if you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or you're atheist. If you're coming from these countries, which so happen to be predominantly Muslim, you can't come to this country. That was what his list was. Obama was more specific people, not just everyone from the country.
Conservative
just
line.
Why did he say it, brother? He said it because he wants you to hate Muslims.
What Donald Trump
no, it's
said,
not.
fact check, okay, by a true patriot. Welcome to this fact check. Obama had a list of 7 countries that were under heightened scrutiny for surveillance for people that visited the United States. Donald Trump initially wanted to ban all Muslims. That got shot down as an idea. So instead,
no,
he
it
took that
didn't.
list of countries. He took the 7 countries that Obama had under
He
heightened
said
scrutiny
it.
for immigration or visas,
He wanted
and he
to ban
decided to
all
ban those
Muslims.
7 countries
He's
instead.
gonna
So the
ban
idea
all
that Donald
So I want you to see again how dishonest right-wing media influencers are. Destiny is trying to explain exactly what Trump did. And again, what does Officer Tatum do? Overtalk him, right? When Officer Tatum is speaking, he's allowed to speak. When Destiny is trying to explain his point, trying to correct Officer Tatum, he's overtalking him. He doesn't want people to hear the truth.
Trump used the same list that Obama did.
It is actually, hang on.
And now we're going to hear from Piers Morgan, the guy who, I'm not a conservative.
Hang on.
And I'm not saying he's a conservative. Just like how I called Donald Trump the billionaire liberal from New York. Right? News media in this country, and unfortunately, this is like, I guess he sees all the money from American media and he's trying to tap into that same style of media. This is American style media. And in American style media, the people in the media are characters, not unlike characters in a TV series or a movie. So a person could be a liberal running a conservative show. A person could be a conservative running a liberal show. But more likely they're going to be a liberal running a conservative show because that's where the money's at, right? So I don't know what Piers Morgan's ideology is, but I do know the character he plays on TV is a conservative.
Heightened scrutiny for surveillance.
Hang on.
How could
it
Trump
is
ban all
completely.
Muslims?
Hang on. I'm about to say to Officer Tatum, Donald Trump never called for a ban on all Muslims. He actually called for a short-term cessation of allowing people from the 7 countries Obama had identified coming into America after a terror attack while they were.
Notice how Officer Tatum, no one's laughing anymore, right? Of course, he's validating the incorrect information. Officer Tatum is drop mic, hands out, whatever. Tommy Lauren is serious now. And the woman in the bottom left, everybody's serious now. No more giggling and laughing. And it's so funny. Because Piers Morgan is validating their lies.
Worked out what was going on. And that got shot down. That's actually the truth about what happened. And if you're going to talk about Barack Obama, let's come back to my favorite.
So I'm gonna show you the truth of the matter in the best possible way. Right? This is the best. I just love this, man. You're gonna love this. This is the best possible way to just absolutely crush all 4 of these people. 4 against 2. All 4 of these people. Crush them. So how am I gonna prove that Trump actually ran on banning all Muslims? Well, by showing you Trump explaining why he wanted to ban all Muslims. This is a video on Fox News of Trump explaining why he wants to ban all Muslims.
Shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. Just moments ago, Donald Trump went on the record. Donald, you've issued a statement that there should be a complete entry in the United States.
We have watched in one of the most ridiculous speeches I've ever seen, and he doesn't want to address the real problem. He won't even mention the name of what's. When you have a president like that, you're never going to solve problems. So I put out where 25% of those want to be governed.
All right, so I think you've heard enough. But this is typical of right-wing influencers, right? And that's why I've said it before, I'll say it again. You have multiple universes. One universe, the right-wing audience lives in. Another universe, the right-wing influencers live in. And then you have the world or universe that the left-wing media lives in. Now, the world that the left-wing media and right-wing media live in has a slight overlap. So the left-wing media and right-wing media are actually more in touch with reality than the right-wing audience is, right? The right-wing influencers is aware of and can see a lot of the same things that left-wing media can see. But they pretend not to see certain things. They hide certain things from their audience, keeping them in this artificial universe separated from reality by a significant degree. They've basically orphaned their audience from reality. Now, the same effect is happening in left-wing media, but not to the degree that you see in right-wing media. And this is a perfect example of that. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.